Thanks. Like a mule. Hi everybody, welcome back. Today what we're going to be working on is this deck. One thing that our realtor told us that would really help the sale of our home is to touch up this deck a little bit. The railings aren't too bad, although I'm going to probably touch those up too. But right now I'm going to focus on the flooring of the deck because it needs the most work. Again, like I said, with the front steps, just chiseling away at it has really peeled up a lot of this paint. It's in some pretty rough shape, so I'm going to start with that. But first I got to do is move this deck furniture, which I wouldn't have put out except for the fact that we had our son's birthday party, and so we need a place for people to sit outside. It was gorgeous. So we want to get this deck painted. We bought some deck over. First thing we're going to do is bleach it though. That'll help the paint stick a little better, but before I can do that, I got to move this deck furniture, which is going to take some time. One thing that was suggested to us was that we power wash it, but we don't own a power washer. My parents, they have a wood deck and a wood house, wood-sided house, and they had always used these little brushes and just a little bit of bleach and water and some soap to get their siding and their deck clean. And I also have this long broom style one, and I'm gonna probably use that mostly. So I'm just gonna mix a little bit of bleach, 3/4 cup of bleach to a gallon of water. I've probably got a little more. So I'm just gonna mix a little bit more, probably about a cup's worth, but I'm just gonna eye it up. I don't wanna put too much, but I also don't wanna put too little, so that's kind of the plan here.
Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light. Running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight. I see you broken and beat, head pulled down over your eyes. Every part of you wants to surrender, darling, you were meant to survive. With every star.
Not sure how well these are glistening, but if they are, just know that they're wetter on the inside than the outside. Alright, so I'm going to take a step into our garage. I apologize for how much of a mess this is in here. I committed the cardinal sin. Nothing that's going to affect the deck. Just don't wear a long sleeve shirt while you're doing manual labor on a sunny 70-degree day. I am boiling right now. I also saw while Googling, you don't really have to remove the paint. I'm just trying to get it a nice smooth surface. I'm gonna hose it down first and then I'll let it dry, but then that way the paint should go over it nice and smoothly and it should give us a nice finish on the deck. I was also noticing the railings are probably gonna need some work, but again, let me show you how it looks so far and then I'll get to washing it down. But it is a lot smoother, and therefore I think when I put the paint down it'll work out nicely. Don't try this at home. Except we're at home.
You recording?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Oh, I'm just curious.
You don't know how much swearing you can do?
Yeah. So extra swearing.
Extra swearing. Wow, I'm getting up more just doing this. So I'm definitely seeing why our realtor told us to rent a power washer, because this looks like it got up a lot more paint. The only reason we didn't want to rent a power washer is because, as you see right here, we were actually able to peel up some of the wood as I was spraying it with just a regular garden hose. So, right, so now we got the deck all dried up. I'm gonna have to sweep first, and I'm also gonna have to tape it up because I don't want to accidentally paint over, obviously. And that's actually something I'm pretty decent at, so I guess I don't really mind doing that. But what I think I'm gonna do is down here, I think I'm just gonna paint the main post, and then just be careful along this edge, because there's enough of a gap there where I don't think it'll be an issue. But then that way I don't have to go through a whole lot more tape. So I taped up along this lower rail because definitely when I'm doing these boards, I'm gonna get sloppy, I know I am. But again, up here, I didn't follow this rail because I don't think that's gonna be a problem. Just the posts. Wow, this stuff is thick. I don't think this stuff's gonna run. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick break here. I got around all the spots that I would call brush spots, because they would be almost impossible to get with the roller. And I just want to say a couple of things. First off, it's going on amazingly. It looks like it's going to be awesome. And if you have been watching us since the fourth chapter when we did the outside of the basement, first off, congratulations on being awesome. Secondly, this stuff, this deck over stuff, it says it is for concrete as well. So that might be a really good option for those porous basements. I wish we had known that when we were doing it, because the fact that it's just so thick, I think is really helpful. It would be really helpful rather in filling all those holes in. So if you are going to be doing a basement project and watch that one, and now you're going to watch this one, I would recommend at least looking into it, because like I said, it looks like it's going to be pretty nice. Let me show you what we have so far. So this is what I have around the outer edges. Coat number one is done. I'll probably have to do the second coat tonight since it's supposed to rain. So here's what the first coat looks like. It's looking pretty good. You can see in spots though where I'm gonna definitely need a second coat. But that's what we've got so far, and yeah, I'll probably have to do the second one. It says it dries in 4 to 6 hours. So it looks like I will be out here at 7 or 9. So. As you can see, we finished our painting our steps here. There's a couple of spots, like one right next to me, where we accidentally spilled some paint, so we'll have to touch that up. But the posts look so much nicer than they did. We did end up painting the posts just because they looked pretty rough after we did the surface. You know, the surface looked so much nicer, so then it made the posts themselves look that much rougher. You may be wondering why we haven't posted a whole lot this year. We started these projects earlier in the summer with the hopes of just kind of a filler while we got the house started, kind of getting ahead of the home build. But unfortunately, with the shortages, with prices of everything skyrocketing. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to build this year. We still haven't ruled it out. We're still crossing our fingers. Over this winter, we do have a couple of other plans. Maybe more of our weird shenanigans. Who knows? Odds are we will have our weird shenanigans. But we do have some plans for over the winter. We'll film some of that so we can keep you guys up to date. And maybe just talk about some of the things that we've worked on and what we may do going forward. If we are able to build this winter, we will have the battle of heating the place, because it gets well below zero in the winter here. So we'll have to heat that, because otherwise there's a lot of things that the construction people and subcontractors and whatnot can't do unless it's heated. But if we're able to break ground, obviously we'll show that, and then we'll kind of talk about that process. But if you like what we're doing, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, and thank you for watching. This is just a weird shot. It's been a long, frustrating process. We hope that kind of smooths out now as the pandemic slows down a little and people are getting back to work, and hopefully, there's more supplies and things are in less scarcity. Is that a word, scarcity? I don't know. Things are less scarce. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, and thank you for watching. That's my eye. I've gotten weird. We all have.